What's up, everyone? It is Loki Monster here, and I am sitting on the couch in Yulger's Inn for the return of the 20th anniversary event with the lovely new host, the Pinkomancer Beline, and her Karen haircut. I'm sorry, Beline, but you have Karen hair, and this lovely hair as a bonus is now available in the Babylon Barbershop. Now, I do understand a lot of you have entered the game and you are very upset by what you are seeing, but things are not quite as they appear. Now, I had to do a lot of investigating to figure this out myself, but I have. So let's talk about some of the changes that have happened here in the game. So we're just going to click on Beline, and as you can see, the menu is here, and you can go to all the adventures here. And as you see at the top, it has your 20th anniversary bundle. Now this is just a place where I can pick it up. They are not actually for sale. Now I'm going to actually go to the lobby because something has actually been added here. So we're going to start off by going to talk to Artix. Now when I scroll down here, you will see under Artix gifts, we have a new Artix Red Hero Cape. So the 20th anniversary cape is gone, but you can now get this Artix Red Hero Cape. So, if you've ever wanted to cosplay Artix, now you finally have a complete set. Now we're going to run over and see Beline and click on her here. Now again, I can get my 20th anniversary bundle here. We're going to hop right in and go to the zombie. Now we're going to buzz over here and hop over and see Moldy Sculler. Now under here, under the quest, you will find the quest for the axe of 10,000 corpses has now changed to 999 corpses. Now, if you had some progress towards that, it has all been saved here. This is all extra stuff I did helping people get their stuff for it. Now, it looks exactly the same. So, if you actually had completed it, you will actually find in your trove both versions of this axe. Now we're going to talk to, if she stops moving here, Yvette, the Starbucks menu. Now when you're looking at this is what is upsetting a lot of people. You are seeing the Starbucks logo sword. Well, these were originally called the 20th anniversary ones, so they have removed the 20th anniversary name off of them, but these are still available, which is no big thing. The name has changed. They have indeed gone legacy, and if you have completed the trophy, you will find them in there. But people are freaking out because they are seeing the 20th anniversary zombie capes. Now these items were on this list as going perma rare. Well, like I said, things are not as they appear. Now, I actually did the trove for both my main and my alt, but I actually have a third alt I use for low level areas, so I use that to talk to Beline. Now, first off, it is still saying that there is an ultimate prize, so I really think that somebody needs to fix that text, because, or is there a new ultimate prize? Probably not, because Bean Twilly was supposed to go perma rare. And I think players would freak out if they found out that there was a new item replacing Bean Twilly that they could not get. Now, another thing is, the cutscenes have changed. Now, before, I believe we could rewatch all the cutscenes. But those of you that didn't get to play the event can't watch these new cutscenes, so it would be a nice feature if they added in a menu where you could view the cutscenes. Now I've gotten a little bit off track, so now I'm going to jump back to Starbucks with my third alt, Iki here, named after one of my cats, and talk to Yvette. So Iki has never played any Starbucks, and here is Iki's menu. Well, look at that. There are no 20th anniversary capes. Yes, all you people have been blasting Artix. Oh, please do apologize to him. He did mention something on live stream that different people are going to see different things, and this is what he meant. This also brings up another big issue with the community, which is a lack of any communication from AE. Now, I did try to get somebody on Twitter to answer my questions, to clear up some of this confusion, but I was left to figure it out on my own. So let's move on to the next change, which is in the AFK game. Now, if you come over here, you will find in the Minute Maid a new title, AFK Eternal. Now, you can just use 1 minute to craft this if you have the AFK Legend. Now, your AFK Legend title has moved from its location down to the Legacy section, which is at the very bottom of your title list. Now, Gold Raven had said that there was a bug that you should not use this title because it would replace your legend title. Well, that was people telling him their titles had vanished and not realizing they were in the Legacy section. And we'll touch on the Legacy titles in a bit again. Now, I wanted to bring up the AFK axe. Now, this axe never said 20th anniversary in the first place. Now, the sword does say 20th anniversary, but they left it off the Legacy list. So, unfortunately, I cannot tell you whether the sword is going to be available or not, and I don't have time to play that third all the way through to tell you. Now, moving on, the next one on the list was the Debacorn Apocalypse. Now, the sword and the axe were drops there, and I am sure they've been removed. So let's hop on to Retro Quest Worlds so I can tell you the change here. So we're going to talk to Clarion, who's at the back of the 8-bit map, and I'm going to point out that you can still do the Purifying Pixel Blinding Light of Destiny if you purchase the Dungeons and Doom Nights game from Hero Mart. Did I say Retro Mart? It did. So anyways, now what's changed here is the Reforging the Blade of Awe quest. Now the quest itself has not changed. You just have to collect these items which drop from any of the mobs in the 8-bit or 3D section of the retro world, and you will receive an epic pixel blade of awe. Now this is a stat weapon for anyone who needs a quick stat weapon. Now the change is the quest was originally for a legendary pixel blade of awe, and that pixel blade of awe has been renamed the classic pixel blade of awe, and it is a legacy item also known as perma rare. Now you will get both of these pixel blades of awe, but the one in your trove has a reduced stat level as compared to the one you can craft still. Now there are some players upset about this because it was never on the list as going legacy, so some people didn't prioritize this and only concentrated on getting the items we were told on December 20th would go rare on the 1st. So let's move on to the next. And this one has the most people upset. It's, the Ring of Doom. And honestly, I'm a little upset myself. Now, the first is actually a positive thing. We're going to have a look at daily gains, which is the daily quest. Now, originally, this quest only gave 10 medals as a reward for killing 3 of the bosses in the ring. Now, it gives 100 medals, which is a big improvement. Now, the next change is in the quest. Now, these were rankings, and as you can see, I am on rank 22 here. There are 60 in total, and the grand total you need is 999 tokens for this, and you would have received the Lord of the Ring of Doom title for it. Now that title has gone legacy, and the new title is King of the Ring of Doom, which actually sounds way better. Now the issue here is a lot of collectors want legacy stuff, but this would have been actually really easy to complete for me. I actually have the tokens to complete it, but the thing is, nobody said that this was going to be a legacy title. So, like most people, I concentrated on the hard stuff first, and that was the crafting here. Now, the crafting was way harder to do. One of the purple items in the crafting is equal to doing all of the ranks. Now, most people were well into their purple items. I had 4. Now, I got to the last item, which was a gold legendary Ring of Doom champ belt. Now that's been changed to the Ring of Doom Grand Champion belt and downgraded where the original one has been made legacy. Now the bigger slap in the face was this was originally 5,000 tokens for a legendary item, and now it is 8,000 tokens for just an epic item. Now, the 5,000 tokens in the first place, that extra 3,000 tokens is actually equivalent to an extra 24 hours straight grinding the Ring of Doom. It's like we're being punished for not finishing. And yet, Arctic says he's rewarding those that finished. Well, I hate to tell you, Arctic, but the majority of the people who did finish this belt were using an auto clicker. Now, another thing that caused me a lot of confusion, and I still don't have an answer for this, I've tried asking and I got no reply. I'm gonna zip down here to my titles. Now, we'll back up here. The Doomrigger title. Now, these are legendary titles, which means never available again. Now, it says collect all the 20th Ring of Doom anniversary items. Well, as you see, I wasn't done the belt. I had a little over 1,100 to go. So, where exactly did the Anniversary of Doom items cut off in order for this title to appear, and why is it Legacy? And we also have another title down here. I just scroll down a little bit for Starbucks Addict, which was for collecting all the items again. And then there's one up there for Pixel Perfect, and I believe that's the Retro Quest World. Now, why is there no Derpicorn in Space One here? I had the Derpicorn in Space One done. I only had to finish this final belt on the Ring of Doom, and I wasn't finished with the Death of Games either. I had one more scythe to finish there. So the question is, if you had started these, are you going to get these titles as legacy items or not? And the last thing with the Ring of Doom I'm going to mention is the Undertaker. Now, the Undertaker is still spawning here, and he does drop the shovel for Sir Phainal's quest. Now, Phainal's quest has not gone away. It is still available. Phainal is in Babylon here, right behind Cercio's shop, and you can just grab this quest here from him. It is under Ask Him About Rare Items, and on the quest for, not the Rare Shop, Nostalgia Shop, the quest for rare items, the Shovel Blade. So you just need to accept this quest here, and then when you go back farming in the Ring of Doom, every time you face the Undertaker, you have a chance of getting the broken shovel to bring back to Phainal to craft into the Shovel Blade. Now guys, last thing to mention here, I'm going to run to the Death of Games, and don't worry guys, nothing has changed here in this location. I'm just here because this is where Bean Twilly is, and Bean Twilly was the reward for finishing the entire storyline from the 20th anniversary event, and he is now gone legacy. You cannot get him, so if you hadn't finished the stories, I'm afraid that one you're out of luck on. So please guys, comment, let me know what your thoughts on this Ring of Doom and these changes are. I want to thank you for joining me, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really does help, and all those likes help my analytics. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.